Well, hey there, everybody. It's me, Esther. Today, I want to speak with you about your inner rebel. Do you know you have an inner rebel? I love my inner rebel. She came up recently. I'm going to share the story with you. And I also want to talk to you about giving your power away to other people because it is just never a good idea. All right, so that's the topic of today's video. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Esther Bartkiw. I am a core belief therapist, intuitive energy reader. The foundation of my work is to help you to discover, explore, and change limiting beliefs and their systems that you hold within, maybe consciously, mostly subconsciously, and those beliefs are stopping you from living and creating the life that you desire. All right, so let me tell you a little story. Just recently, within the last 2 weeks, I was doing a coaching session. I was the one being coached with someone who I admire, respect. They have a wealth of knowledge in an area that I'm learning about, and I knew that hiring them to do this coaching session with me would take me over a hurdle and get me to the next level. I have done coaching sessions with them before, haphazardly, but they are my go-to person for certain areas of my life. Now, she does a 30-minute coaching session, and at the end of 30 minutes, that's it. It doesn't matter where you are. It's like, it's 30 minutes, goodbye. All right. So we're going back and forth, back and forth. I'm writing notes, and then all of a sudden she says, okay, your 30 minutes are up. Good luck. And when she said good luck, my eyes got really big. I said to her, okay, thank you. And we hung up. But I was in this state of, because there was a part of me that was perceiving how she said that good luck as, she doesn't think I'm going to do this. There was a part of me that perceived the way her body was, the way her facial expression was, the tone of her voice when she went, good luck. It was like, damn, she doesn't think I'm going to do this. And that brought up my inner rebel. And my inner rebel went, F you, lady. I'll show you, lady. I am going to do this. Now, if I would have called her back and asked her straight out, when you said good luck, did you mean that you don't think I'm going to achieve this? And she might say, Esther, you're reading way too much into that situation, right? I think you've got the tools, you just have to go and do it. Or she might say, yeah, based on what you told me in this coaching session, I don't think you're going to do it. None of that really matters. What matters is my perception of what she said and my response. And my response in this case was that my inner rebel came up. And I was so grateful for that. I love my inner rebel. She has been with me a long time. She is feisty. She has that, you're not the boss of me. You're not going to tell me what to do. What do you mean I can't do that? Of course I'm going to do that. She fortifies me. She drives me. She gives me courage and determination. And I have created so much with her help. She's always got my back, and I love my inner rebel. There's sometimes that my inner rebel gets me into trouble, especially in the past. Now, I believe my inner rebel has been up, meaning active in my life since I was really small, like kindergarten. But I would say in my preteen years is when I really can consciously trace it back. And there were times where my inner rebel was very foul-mouthed, very sassy, like sassy not in a good way. Some people would call her a bitch. My inner rebel said a lot of swear words, was not very sophisticated or refined, rough around the edges. Maybe that's a good way to put it, rough around the edges. And so therefore my inner rebel sometimes got me into trouble. Even though she had my back and what she was doing was meant for good, she would get me into trouble. I didn't really realize this until I started doing a lot of inner work in my early 30s, mid 30s. And my inner rebel was one of the first parts that I had to work with to not tone her down. No way, I don't want to tone her down. She's got my back and I love her. But to refine her a little bit, to give her tools to get her point across. Get her point across, absolutely. Say what she needs to say, express herself 100%, but with a little bit more refinement. And that took some time. Like anything, it was a skill to learn. But my God, I love my inner rebel. So in this situation, my inner rebel came up, and I was really grateful because after I got off that phone call and my inner rebel came up, woo, we sat down and we started making a plan with that. I'll show you. I am creating this. And we are off and running with that plan. So do you know that you have an inner rebel? You may be very, very well aware of your inner rebel. Maybe today is a good day to turn within and have a conversation with your inner rebel and see how he's doing, how she's doing. Does your inner rebel get you into trouble sometimes? Maybe it's time for you to do a little inner work with your rebel and do some refinement. I do that a lot with clients. I'm thinking about someone that I was recently working with, and we were dealing with a situation in their life that they were very upset and feisty about. And in the middle of the session, this person's rebel came up. And same idea, like, F you, don't tell me what to do. You're not the boss of me. I'm gonna do what you want. And this inner rebel needed to express. And I just let that rebel part of my client just express. My client was worried that I was going to put a lid on the inner rebel. And I said, are you kidding? Our inner rebels are so great and supportive. I don't even mind that they say some swear words. But is this rebel part of you creating problems? When you're at work and you're using the F word all the time, does that create problems with your colleagues, with clients, with your bosses? And she's like, yes, I get into trouble all the time, but I don't want to not express. I don't want people to tell me what to do. And so we had to work to also refine her inner rebel part. And it took a couple of sessions, and she had to practice it, right? There's a conscious piece to it. She had to practice with it. But when she came back 2 or 3 months later, she said to me, my rebel's great. My rebel still has my back. I am still speaking my truth. I'm expressing. Nobody's going to tell me what to do. But because we refined the rebel part, people are listening to me now, right? Because when your inner rebel comes up and you're spewing and shouting and swearing, people will begin to tune you out, not listen to you, not respect you, walk away. But when you can refine that part, she said, people are listening to me now. And then that made her inner rebel want to even refine even more, because now she's getting the respect that she deserves. Okay? If you are not familiar with your inner rebel, we all have a rebel part, but if you're not familiar with it, this might be a good time to get to know your inner rebel, or begin to, blossom it, unleash it from within. Some of the reasons why your inner rebel may have never come up or expressed itself might be if you grew up with people telling you, be a good girl, be a good boy. We don't cause waves in our family. Just nod your head and say yes, yes, yes. Don't say anything. Don't cause problems. Just yes, 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 and move on. Maybe there's a belief that being a rebel is bad. Maybe there's a connection of being a rebel with being a ruffian or death and destruction. There could be some weird linking going on there. So those are some possibilities of beliefs that may be subduing your inner rebel. So if you have difficulty accessing her, accessing him, look at those beliefs. Does my inner rebel not want to come up? Because I was always told to be a good girl, and good girls don't stick up for themselves. Good girls don't say, you're not the boss of me. Good girls don't give the finger or say F you, right? And that might be a place for you to start doing some discovering, exploring, and unraveling to give your inner rebel some room to breathe within. Okay? Now, I'm really glad that my inner rebel came up, because in that situation, if I had, well, I did perceive that my coach's good luck meant she doesn't think I'm going to do it. Another way I could have responded to that is, oh my God, she doesn't think I'm going to do it. She's so smart. She's so wise. She does this for a living. She's very intuitive. She knows everything about me. She doesn't think I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do it. She doesn't believe in me. Why should I believe in me? Oh my goodness. And then there could be a spiral down into victim energy. Why bother trying? I can't make my dreams come true. If I'm not going to create this, then why bother living? There could be depression, there could be despair. And then when you're full of angst, how do you what's your coping skill? What do? Do you shout? Do you eat food? Do you binge eat? Do you smoke up a storm? Do you drink alcohol? Like, how do you soothe? Is it tied to addiction behaviors? That giving of power away of, oh my God, I'm not going to create this because she said I'm not going to create it. And she's smarter than I am. She's wiser than I am. She's more intuitive than I am, whatever it might be, could create a big spiral in your life. So I was fortunate. My rebel came up and said, I'll show you. Because some people go the other way and say, oh my gosh, they don't think I'm going to do it. They don't believe in me. I'm not. And then they spiral down, 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 down. And that giving of power away is a program that needs to be addressed. No more giving your power away, sweet being. Really, no more. And we've all done it, because even as children, we gave our power away to our parents, right? It's mom, it's dad. They're bigger than I am. They know more. Of course they know. I'm not going to question it. We give our power away as kids until we get to a point of accountability where we say, okay, I'm going to start questioning these things to see if they are true. But that could happen at any time. I mean, some people are 30, 40, 50, and they're still giving their power away to their parents. Maybe people give their power away to their pastors or their ministers, teachers, a sibling, the kid down the street. Give your power away to a news organization, a politician, media, a coach, right? You might have been 4 years old playing outside doing t-ball, and you couldn't hit the ball, but the neighborhood kid came up and hit the ball and went running, and everybody was cheering, and you went, oh, whoa, they're better than I am. And then you just gave your power away to them and followed everything that they did. Okay, so that giving your power away is rooted in it could be rooted in many different things, but it leads to I'm not good enough, I'm not worthy, I'm not deserving, I'm not smart enough, I'm not capable. It leads to depression, discouragement, giving up program, why bother program, and then it can lead to coping skills and soothing practices that can lead to addictions. It's a big pattern in a lot of people, giving power away. So if someone ever tells you either directly or you perceive it from them that they don't think you're going to do something, and your inner rebel doesn't come up to have your back and say, we'll show you, and you go the other way and say, oh my gosh, they don't think I'm going to do it, I probably won't do it. If they don't think I'm going to do it, how can I do it? Then it's important to turn within and connect with the part and aspects of self that gives power away. We need to find the core. When did it start? Was it rooted with mom and dad in religion, culture, family? Do you give your power away to your boss? You may give your power away to certain people, but not to others. That's good to identify as well. And begin to turn that around, because really you want to be your own authority. You give your power to yourself. Like when my inner rebel came up, that was me having my back. That was me saying, yes, we can do this. Never mind what she says, never mind what he says. We're going to do this. And we sat down at the table and we made a plan. Okay? So you want to find out where it was rooted, what you give your power away to, what the benefit is of giving your power away to them. And when you give your power away, how do you feel about yourself? No one feels good when they're giving their power away. It will grieve your soul essence. It will grieve the light within. And when you're discouraged and you're grieved, how do you soothe? How do you cope with it? These are some areas that you can look at. And I want to give you some pieces of conscious information that will help you to begin on your own to turn around this giving of power away. The first thing is you need a strong foundation that you are good enough, you are able, and you're capable, full stop. Not because of your job, not because of your money, not because of how you look, not because of your skills, just full stop. You are good enough, you are worthy, you are capable, you are able. And that's the foundation to build. Okay, so make sure you take some time doing that. And then the second piece of conscious information I want to give you is something that has served me and my clients so well. And if you're not doing this already, maybe some of you are, if you're not doing this already, let today be the day that you start this new piece of mindfulness. And begin to treat everything you hear, you read, every opinion that's given to you, every point of view that's given to you, that it is simply information. And when somebody says something to you, that your automatic response is, this is information that this person is giving me based on their beliefs, their filters, their perceptions, their concepts of reality, their wounds, their traumas. That's all it is. This person is sharing information with you based on that. If you give your power away to like a politician or let's say a news organization, we all know people who do that. Also keep in mind that maybe some of these people are paid, right? What they're telling me is simply information. And who knows, maybe they're being paid to give me this particular opinion, and it's not their opinion at all. So just be very cautious. That, when I began looking at everything in my life as this is just simply information, it really changed things very quickly for me. And as you're working to regain your inner power, when you begin to look at everything as information, that'll move things along very quickly. So, back to my situation, my inner rebel came up. I loved her. I was so grateful she was there. She's still working with me. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do this. And once we made a plan, I sat back on my sofa and I put my therapist hat on and I said, I need to look at this a little bit more deeply. And I said, what if this coach and my perception, she doesn't think I'm going to do this, is a mirror? And what if the mirror is saying, Esther, there's some parts of you that actually don't think you're going to do this? And I asked myself, all right, do I have any parts and aspects who don't think I'm going to do this thing that I want to do? And ding, 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 ding. I had a part come up, and she was teenager me, 15, 16 years old, trying really hard to make positive change. I was taking notes when she came up. But she was making progress, but not fully what she wanted. She never created at 15, 16 what she wanted. And she had beliefs of, it's hard to create what we want. We try so hard, Esther, and it just doesn't happen. And so she was holding doubts based on an experience at 15, 16. So she's the part that doesn't think I'm going to create what I want now because of her experience. So I had to stop everything and do inner work with her because she's operating on the subconscious level of my mind. That means everything that I'm creating, she brings doubt into it. She brings doubt into it. And as I was working with her, it was very important to find out what was it that she wanted to create back at 15, 16 that was never created. And fortunately, it's something I can help her to create now so she can experience it. We're also well underway to do that. And I had to awaken her that those doubts, well, yes, I understand why you have doubts because you didn't create what you wanted, are holding me back at my current age, in my current situation, from creating what I want. And she didn't like that. She didn't want that to happen to me because it happened to her. So she was very easy to flush out the limitations, create alignment within, and now she is supporting me in creating my desires as I'm helping her to create the desire that she wanted at 15, 16, so that she can finally experience it. Okay? So, yes, always look to see what is the mirror. Is something being mirrored back? When somebody doesn't believe in me, is that a mirror that I don't believe in myself? If somebody is doubting me, is that a mirror that I am doubting myself? Okay, so as you can see, this situation brought up a whole bunch of stuff, and I want to give you, where it is, some takeaway points from this situation I'm sharing with you, and to help you to do your inner work. So first of all, life situations will always show you where to do your inner work. Maybe it's your rebel part, maybe it's your giving your power away, or ask, what is this situation mirroring back to me? Ding, ding, ding. That might be a golden nugget for you. Love your inner rebel. Set him free, set her free. Maybe do some refinement if need be, but your inner rebel can be one of your greatest supports within. Refrain from giving your power away. We all have done it from time to time. We'll probably still continue to do it from time to time, but be aware of it, be mindful of it, and refrain from giving your power away, whether it's a pastor, a doctor, a teacher, a parent, a spouse, a friend, your employer, whoever it might be, okay? From this day forward, everything is just information. Everything is just information. That will change everything so magnificently for you, guaranteed. All right? And then look for the mirror. What is this situation reflecting back to me? I hope this discussion about rebel and giving your power away has been helpful to you. My aim with these videos is to give you ideas of things to explore when you're doing your own inner work. Things that you may not consider, so that you can do deep inner work on your own and not just surface work. And then if you ever get stuck, reach out to me. We can do some sessions together, because that is my expertise, to help you to discover, explore, and change the limiting beliefs and the systems created around them that are holding you back from living the life that you desire. I'm going to put a link below to my session page. I do 3 and 6 session packages, because as you can see, something like this is not going to get resolved in one session. We need 3 at least. 6 is even better, but the options are there. If you have any questions about my sessions, please reach out to me. I do record the sessions, so after you can go back and re-listen to them. While you're on my website, consider signing up for my newsletter. As a gift to you for signing up, I'm going to send you a 6-page PDF that outlines the steps to begin to manifest your dreams, conscious creation. The first step people miss all the time, and it is crucial. It's one of my favorite steps, and that's what I outline in this free worksheet, and I'd like to give that to you as a gift, right, when you sign up for my newsletter. Also, I am on all social media, most active right now on Instagram, but I'm on Instagram, I'm on Twitter. I have a Telegram group where I talk about circadian rhythm, quantum healing, being connected to the sun, to the light. You can join me there. All the links to social media are in my link tree. And if you have any thoughts of a topic for a video that you would like me to do for you to help you do your own inner work, please leave me a comment below. If you had a takeaway from this video, something went ding, 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 ooh, I have that, or ooh, I need to look into this, or ooh, that was the missing link, fill me in. I want to know. I want to know what's clicking for you, all right? And if something's not clicking for you, ask me a question. Maybe I'll do another video on it just for you. All right, everybody. So I am in Saranda, Albania right now. I just got here yesterday. It is hot, it is steamy, it is humid. It is a seaside resort. Greece is just across the way. And while I have been to Albania before, this is my first time in Saranda, and my explorer parts, my adventurer parts are really excited to get out there exploring. I did a little bit this morning. I'm gonna go out now this afternoon and do a little bit more to get the lay of the land, the promenade, the sea. But in 24 hours, everything I've seen, I'm gonna love it here. I hope you love where you are too. If not, let's create something new for you. All right. Ciao, everybody. Mwah. See you soon.